Bazinga. We should be live. Or maybe we're not. I don't know. I have genuinely no fucking way to tell. I'm looking through music right now. Don't mind me. I definitely came prepared for this stream. Yeah. Um why is it not loading? I command you to load. This is not a thing that you can go back on. Let me pick out this song here. And then alright. So yeah, it's been a few days. It's been a few days since I last streamed, right? Take a look at my videos, or sorry, my live rather. Last stream was 3 days ago. Anyway, yeah, happy holidays, everyone. I personally was just celebrating Christmas with my family, and it was pretty cool. Yours Reveal got 33 views, pretty sick too. I, for one, am going to be yoinking this stream though, and sending this around. Maybe in my event announcements, maybe in my some other places, you know. Maybe there, maybe around over there too. Yeah, just kind of sending this shit around. This song is strange. So yeah, it's been all right. I have done a teeny bit. I've done a teeny bit. My shop should have refreshed because it's past 7 p.m. and for whatever reason it refreshes at 7 p.m. Currently, I have these cards not bought, these ones bought. Is my setting? No, the settings are the same. It's just been a minute since I've looked at these. So, yeah, that's interesting. So if I go over to the shop and yeah, refreshes in 23 hours. So let me give myself some money, RQ. I'm gonna check back on this later throughout the stream. I think I may have patched the whole bug with the shop breaking and whatever and whatnot, but we'll come back and see if those are still purchased. Anyway, other minor changes, I've gone and theoretically increased the performance slightly of doing this. So I can consistently spam this. I mean, this is just me manually spamming it, but I'm not dropping below like 200 FPS. I'm staying around 300, and honestly, if we assume that my device is on the high end, and like the lower end of devices get like half the FPS even, that's still like at least 100 FPS. So that's above 60, which means we're good. I've got some interesting stream goals today. Let me go over them because they are a bit more complex than what I normally do. So, we've got 5. These bottom 2 looks like we're not doing them today, but these 3 are very promising in terms of if I do them or not. Is my mic turned up? No. Alright. So, number 1 I want to go over. Locked cards should not be shown in the deck builder. Why? Because I want to create a logbook. Now, partly the problem is that, or what I've realized is that these things, right, like the Piercer, it has a long-ass description. Same with, like, the Discard and the New Hand. And basically, I can't increase the font size to make these ones more readable, because then this will be too big. So what I want to do is instead have each card have, like, a short description with a bigger font on them, so they're easy to read from a distance. And then I have a logbook entry somewhere, like a separate menu for logbooks, which lets you see every card and more details about them, like they're more like their type, like all the different types, their tags, requirements, if they have any stuff like prerequisites, and what like a more detailed description of what they do, and like if they apply status effects, like I don't know, freezing things, setting them on fire, whatever, then it describes what those do, right? So I can give like a brief description on the card itself, and then provide a more detailed description somewhere else, so I don't have to fit them all on the card. And I think that's the best middle ground I can think of, because I want these cards to be easily readable from a glance, but at the same time, like some of these cards, like the Piercer, for instance, sorry, have a quite complex thing, and especially some of the further cards I'm going to be adding, are going to have some pretty convoluted, or at least more like complex effects going on, and I won't be able to describe them in this very, very short amount of space. So this should give me the theoretical best of both worlds, where I can create a short description while also, and therefore letting people read it easily and get a good grasp of what it is, while also letting people get a more in-depth description when they want to. Like when they actually want to fully understand it. And theoretically, this logbook would be accessible at any time, so you can get it, you know, whenever you need it. I've done, I think, what was it? I did one other thing between the time, and I genuinely don't remember what it was. I actually sent messages about this because, you know, not plugging my Discord or anything, but I do talk about stuff that I am doing off stream. Better carb optimization, fixing yes, the saving and loading bug. Okay. Take a look at my username. Previously, I did go over the fact that if there was a colon here, the game would break. But now, you can see that that's there. If I stop the game, Jesus Christ, my voice. If I stop the game, and then I start the game, so now it's previously saved the data into a file, and now it should have loaded that data back out, and you can see it's still here. Now, why is that kind of an important thing? Well, if we go out to my... Actually, I'll put it back so that it's there, and you can see what was causing it. So I have my files here. So if I go over to my game data here, right, you can see all the stuff for this profile that I'm on right now. So if you have a look, actually, wait, sorry, this is not even in here. This is in the universal like in the universal player data. Anyway, take a look at this. So username, :space, penis, :space, goblin. Now, what was happening before is it was basically saying, take a look at this, and it would split it into each segment, with this as the separator. So normally, when the input only had two sides to this equation, there would be the username and penis goblin, right? It would say, okay, the first index is username, the second one is penis goblin, and that's the name. The problem that was happening is if you try to do this, now there's two of these in the same in the same line, right? So it would say, okay, there's username as the first one, then there's penis as the second one, and then there's goblin as the third one. But it would only set this, it would only be checking for the first two and would completely disregard this third one here. So that was causing a problem where if you ever put a : space or just a colon in general inside your name, it would completely cut off all further data after it, which was pretty bad in cases where the like in this, right? And stuff like this, if I had put like a fuck : right here, this is like the name of it, then suddenly all of this gets completely ignored. And there goes all of your saved cards because you put a : in the name of the first one. So yeah, that's kind of an important bug that I had to fix while I was not on stream. And I did that actually at like 2 a.m. the night of the other stream. So yeah, that's it's been pretty cool. No, don't save that. I don't know what I was doing in it. I actually do, but I don't want to have messed up anything by accident. Hold on, I have a Discord message. It's from Battle for the Shifting Cock. Yo, homie posted some new cards. What a W. Alright, let's check this out. Exhaustion Aid. Pieces of this army can occupy the same tile as an allied piece. If they do, place the piece in this army at the bottom of the stack. They are now fused. Fused pieces gain +5 to all exhaustion. Sourcegear is out here making the most convoluted game of all time. You can see he has taken a different approach to creating cards. This is actually an interesting case study, right? These cards have a very tiny text, right? So I can of course read them, because what I can do is I can full screen this. I can get a good wide view of it, and even on a smaller monitor, because I'm in Discord, I can do this. But in my game, where the cards will not be this size, readily available at this size at least, they're going to be like this size. I cannot make the text like very tiny right here, because you just simply won't be able to read it. Now, He has done some interesting things. I'm not entirely sure I like his card design. I think it's all right. It does its job. I think personally, the way he's done just this is strange to me. I don't know. That could just be me. I just personally am not a big fan of how it looks. But that's more of a me thing. I think the card design in general could be improved. This part and this part being the main thing. The reason there's a gray box here and it's a lot of wasted space is because theoretically there would be a card image there. Let's see if there's any examples. No, he has none. So none of his cards actually have images. I made one for him called Fartmonger, which I designed to be as worst as possible. However, it does have an image up there, so you can demonstrate what it is. I'm just critiquing like the designs. Like if he decides to watch this, maybe he will, maybe he won't, and maybe he can get some interesting advice from this. I know he's been struggling with having a card design, and changing it now with this many being made would probably be a real pain in the ass to do. But you know, I just think there are ways that it can be improved, and there's a reason. I think actually for his purposes, this card design will be fine. I don't think it actually is bad for him because the way he's designing it is more of like a board game kind of thing. I think he's explained it out here somewhere, maybe in resources. Yeah. Game is going to be tested for tabletop simulator. Basically, he's making like a board game that you would play in a different game, and that would let you theoretically inspect the cards at any magnitude that you want. So he doesn't really need to care all that much about the text scale, because theoretically you'd be able to just inspect it at whatever like zoom level you'd want. At least I assume, because I can't imagine you'd want to keep it at this, font size. If you weren't able to zoom this upwards like I can right now, because I can basically pull like if they like right here, right? Even if the card like this is of course being cut off to be a square, but like with this example, right? This is like really hard to read even on my monitor, which I know is a pretty decent resolution. Trying to read this on like a smaller resolution monitor would probably be a pain in the ass if it was this like size relative to the monitor itself. However, being able to click this in at least in Discord gives you the ability to kind of zoom in it and say, oh, okay, that's what it does. So if you can do that in Tabletop Simulator, then I think he'll be completely fine. But if you can't, I'm just advice for him and friendly advice. You might want to rethink how those are scaled. As part of the problem what I'm dealing with in this, which is that this text is really fucking small, and I need to make it more readable. And I can do that by giving a more detailed description elsewhere from the card itself. Now, at a board game, that might not be the best idea, because you constantly have to refer back to something. But with this, in the video game that's custom like this, I can kind of just pull it up whenever I want. So I'm thinking along the lines of the logbook will be another menu here, but maybe you can right-click the things in here to pull up the same, like, pop-up thing that would appear in the logbook. So it wouldn't be a child of the logbook game object. So anyway, let's get started on the various things I want to do for this stream. I have spent a couple 10 minutes, rambling a teeny bit. Only a teeny bit. I might message him at Sork. I talked about your card design on my stream, lol. Just making sure he actually knows that I was fucking doing that. Time to get down to business, though. Time to get down to the grind. Grind to the metal. Metal grind. Let's go Leave in Polka, but club remix. So, to refer back to my document here, we've got, and that's not the right document. Just pulled up the wrong thing. Alright, I believe it'd be, yeah, files, goals. I should pin this. I really should pin the streaming thing. Video, streaming, pin to quick access. There we go. Anyway, so to have an inspection of this. So to have a, I just am getting distracted because I'm having a slight conversation in Discord with someone else as I'm talking. Anyway, so first one I want to do is locked cards I don't think should be displayed in the deck builder because it's kind of useless information that takes up space. My thought process with this being is if I create a separate logbook where you can see the locked cards and how you get them, then showing the locked cards in the deck builder is just needlessly using space, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. For the current iteration of this, it's fine, I think, because, you know, it shows you that you have cards to unlock, but there's no way to, you can't click them. They just kind of sit here and do nothing, and they kind of be like, haha, you don't have these cards anymore. You don't have these cards. You don't have... it reset. Isn't that fun? I love it when it just fucking randomly resets. Anyway, so this is, it's fine for now because there's no other way of seeing the cards that you have locked. This is the only way you have access to it. However, in the future, when I make a logbook, you know, when I have something that lets you officially see all the locked cards and how you get them and what they do and whatever, I think that you won't need to have them in here because it'll just be useless. Why would you bother showing the cards that you can't use or click in the menu where you need to click them? It just, currently this place serves a dual functionality of showing the cards that you have unlocked and showing the decks and creating of new decks, right? However, if I can split up the functionality, that I think will be, I think that will be better because it will mean this place will be much less cluttered with cards you can't actually, you know, use. Like, this is just kind of useless information to you right now if you're not looking for which cards you don't have unlocked. I just stuttered a bit. If you're not looking for which cards you have unlocked, and you want, say, this Earthquake, it's being buried further down, and meaning you have to scroll more, because it's being hidden by all these locked cards around it. Which, you know, that could be a problem. I mean, it's not too bad right now, because there's a very few amount of cards, but if I add more cards, that means there's more things to display, and more space which can be taken up by locked cards, just further shoving other cards you might want to actually access further down. And I think it's just a conciser way of showing the information. So let's get on that. So when you go, let's figure out where this code actually originates from. So I believe in 2 deck builder is where is the main culprit. Right here. So what we can do is we can just say, if you haven't unlocked card unlocked that's it. I think that's all you need. And I think they no longer will appear. Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. I really gotta remake that at some point, especially when I do the card, when I add like sorting things, like you sort by like name or by like card type, and then also a search bar. When I do stuff like that, I'm gonna have to rework how that works. But in the meantime, it's fine. And you can see now all of the useless cards that you wouldn't be able to click are now gone. You can only see the cards that you have access to. And then now I can make a separate thing, which would be a logbook, which lets you actually interact with the cards that you don't have yet. And also lets you interact with the cards that you do have to better understand what they do. So, right? So they have a more separated abilities. Now, I do think it's probably smarter in game design to have them connect like together. However, I don't want to. I don't know. I'm kind of fighting a bit with myself over which is better, which is to say, is it better to have what's a better way to say? Is it better to have the two things together, meaning you don't need to keep going between the menus, and there's no need to, you know, like go between them, or there's no like there's like one end all be all place, and there's much less like clutter? Or is it better to have them separated, which means the functionality of each one is much more clear and like accessible, but it means that you have to like navigate through more menus if you want to do like if you want to go between the two. I think it should be fine because you don't I mean, it's like 2 button presses to get from the deck builder to the logbook. If I wanted, I could have a button that directly brings you between the two. And yeah, like in the set, like while you're in the game, I can just have a button that brings you to the logbook itself. So I also will probably have to change the functionality of this button up here to not go to the main menu, but instead to toggle this, but whatever, it's fine. So this is not Deck Builder 1. This is the logbook. I love the logbook. It's quite a staple. So this is 59. Now, checks 12, I think, is the next open one. Or it could actually be higher. 11? Yeah, 12. Too good. I'm just gonna say update menus. And then I go to this one, I duplicate, and this is the logbook on 12, and what's the index? 59. So 59th index gets toggled with this one, meaning this menu gets brought up. Now, this one's going to work differently. There's not going to be 2 scroll views, there's only going to be 1 for displaying every card. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. The spacing, I'll have to do some work with this so that I can get a more accurate idea of how many cards are going to be fit into this. So let's have a look. Let me grab my prefab card 2 and throw it in functional, right? I think this is literally just so I can get a good look at how the cards will be spaced in this. So we don't want this to be, actually I can get rid of all these too. Invalid, this one. Wait, no, just these 2. There you go. So now it's just the title, which I can also rename to logbook. Is logbook 2 words or 1 word? I'm gonna put it as 1 word for now. Functional. Oh, fuck you. Why is it bound like that? Uh-oh. Sorry. Just realized. It's this one interchange. It was fine before. So I multiply that by 2. That gives me the full length, the full width, that I think is pretty good. Then I can do what? I gotta change the column count from 4 to 8. And honestly, that's pretty good, like right off the bat, although I do want to change it slightly. Functional, I do want to change it slightly so that the spacing, or so that there's a bit of padding to the left, you know? Yeah, that's good. That's good. And now you have a full list of all the cards. Or at least you will in a second when I actually make the fucking code. So the cards now properly align themselves in here. Battle for the Shifting Cock. An inspiration struck me as a result. We have 8 new cards. Source is just like randomly popping off with all the cards. Is this what he was talking about before? It's 744. Is this what he means when he says we have 8 more? I mean, that is 8 new cards. Aid. They're all aids. Source. Why are all of the cards aids? I need to know why all of the new cards are aids. This is extremely important. Anyway, he'll probably get back to me in the next, like, few hours, or maybe tomorrow. Or maybe next week, honestly, who knows. I don't know if Source actually checks his, like, messages. Or not, this is not his DM, I mean, like, the general chat of his thing. I think he probably does, but I don't think he has notifications on, so that's cool. What an L for him. So we got this this thing, and it says logbook, and there's thing. Oh, yo! He responded! That's crazy. I honestly didn't expect that, because he's not online right now. Crazy. I think this kind of shows you part of what confuses me a lot about his game. It's also an aid. No. It's AIDS. Anyway, what confuses me a lot about his game here is if I go to the official cards, he just said that he has 8 different cards, 1 for each stat. Fused pieces get +5 to all ritual. He has a lot of... Please, you're killing me here. What? It's AIDS. So he's got like, so he's created 8 new cards, and they've now added this new thing called fusion. They're now fused, right? And I think a lot of his cards tend to do this, where they just like throw up completely new things. I haven't really taken a good look at all of his cards that he's made, especially these more recent ones, because they kind of get sometimes confusing. Like, if an opponent intends to execute or damage a piece of this army, you may spend an action on the next turn to instead move 1 space to the left or right, dodging potential damage. Okay. Is that a... is it... I think this card is missing health or health. It feels like it's missing some stuff. I'm not gonna lie. It's immediately destroyed. When played, immediately steal the pieces and card of an opposing army. Oh, okay. Oh, I got it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I just saw it and was like, what? But yeah. He's got a lot of like pretty unique stuff, but I feel like something that isn't explained too well is when he does stuff pieces that aren't on a row behind or equal to an allied piece are executed. I think maybe I'm just going crazy, but these ones, especially with the fusion, fused pieces gain +5 to all exhaustion. That doesn't seem like a good thing. +5 to all knockback, +5 to all armor. Right? I mean, they're all literally the exact same. But he doesn't... Does fusion affect... Like, this doesn't talk about how fusion affects any other interaction. Maybe he'll have some more deeper documentation with this kind of stuff, but it feels like it's missing out on some, like, key pieces. Like, how does the fusing work? Like, I don't know. Pieces of this army can occupy the same tile as an allied piece if they do a piece of the bottom of the... If they place the piece of this army at the bottom of the stack referring to, I assume, on the bottom you have the piece, and on the top you have the piece it's going to be fused to. That's just, I guess, implied. Unless there is something very specifically called the stack, in which case I don't know. And now they are fused. I assume that means they're treated as the same piece. However, that gets a bit iffy when talking about some specific ones. Like, if there was a card that said, when you attack this piece, like if you attack a piece from a faction, every piece of that faction gets destroyed. For example, if there was a card that said, if you attack one of the pieces, then all of the pieces of the same faction are destroyed. That'd be kind of overpowered, I think, unless it's heavily balanced in some way. But assume that's the case. If they attack a fusion piece... Whose faction are they attacking? Is it both? It says they're fused, so does it mean that both factions now are destroyed because they attacked one that had both factions as part of the same piece? It doesn't really explain how the pieces now work. Is it just considered as one, the other, or both? Some of these also have some pretty long descriptions. If a piece of this army progresses to the alternate end of the board, exchange this card for any card in the deck or hand. What? Oh, any card in... Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know. I think he's got a very complex game, and he's got a lot of stuff that exist, like poison, beheading, executing, exhaustion, and I only like Swift. I only like kind of know what these do. He has some documentation somewhere. I think it's this, but effects. Wait, that's a lot more effects than 8. Anyway, damage a thing. I don't know. This is. I'm getting off track again, but it's just strange. Uh, I personally think he needs to create a more streamlined process for the game. My own opinion of it is that it's way too complex, and there isn't, and it has a very high barrier for entry. Is what I'm thinking. Maybe it could. I haven't played it. It could be a fun game for all I know, and I bet it actually is a really fun game. I just think that it has a really high barrier of entry. So if you want to get into it, you have a lot of like if you want to learn how you're playing, you have to analyze all of this documentation, and even then it doesn't talk about everything that's going to be going on. I don't know. I just think he needs to have a more streamlined process for how the game is introduced and how the game plays, because this feels maybe overly complex. Okay, so let's just read, like, on your turn. You do not get a free card draw at the start of a turn. Okay, you do not get a card at the start of your turn. You have 3 actions, so you get, I guess it's like an energy, kind of like my thing. Doesn't say if they can stay between turns, or if they are just, you have 3 and that's it, and if you don't spend them, then it's just set to 3. Anyway, I just burped. You have 3 actions on your turn that can be spent on playing cards or removing them from an army slot. So, you have a card in your hand, and you can either play it or take it away. I'm not really sure why you would take it away. Removing cards at 0 health costs 2 actions. That's got to be explained somewhere else, probably. Cards having health is a very strange concept to me. That might be a mental barrier. Probably is. I think this just isn't explained anywhere too well. I could be wrong. I haven't officially, like, read through all of it. So, use an army's action ability. Is there a description of what that means? Goal, set up, entering the room. It doesn't say what this means, so it just says a name of something. So you can just assume, I guess, that this means, like, they have an activatable thing, and that it doesn't give the energy cost for these. So I'm going to assume they cost 1. Same with playing or removing card. Because they're not specified. However, that is definitely something to review, because, like, who's to say if it costs 2 or 3, or maybe even more than 3, if these stay between turns. It just doesn't say. Anyway, drawing a card, pretty self-explanatory. You draw 1 to your hand, and then summoning a new piece into spawn zone costs 2 actions. That one I kind of understand, however. Into the spawn zone, I could be wrong, but I distinctly remember there being different spawn zones for factions. Or maybe it was that there is like 1 or 2 spawn zones, but it doesn't say that it has to be part of a faction. It just says summons a piece. So do the factions have to claim the piece, or is it just inherently spawned with the things? I don't know. This is, like, what I mean, is that there's a lot of, like, I mean, I feel like once I actually could play the game, it might be a bit more, like, intuitive, but just reading the rules, there's a lot that goes, like, kind of up in the air and isn't explained. Anyway, I am gonna actually go back to the fucking gaming. Gaming. I don't know if it's wise to call it gaming. I mean, it is gaming. I am gaming. Logbook. So, we're gonna go to toggle menu. I created this whole method called toggle menu with the intention that it would be used for toggling every menu, and then I just never fucking used it. Ever. So stupid. That's kind of funny. I'm still not going to use it, too. This one has to be a toggle because it's going to be an overlay. Doesn't need an input like this. What the fuck? No, 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 stop, stop, stop. What have I done? No, stop trying to debug. Get out of here. I don't want to... Uh-oh. Just end me. I know, I don't care about the debug being enabled. Cancel. Add source. I gave more feedback on stream. Alright, so we're going to toggle the logbook. It's going to be checks 12. Checks 12, if you think back to when I made this, like a couple minutes ago, equals the inverse of checks 12. Sorry, equals not checks 12. So it'll either be... It'll basically just flip between true and false every time this runs. And then if checks 12 is... So if you're toggling on, then I want to run some code where it goes through... or I can just copy this fucking code. It's gonna be index 60. Where is, fucking 2-deck builder? What the? Oh, this is far away from the others. I feel like I'm scrolling way too far to find this piece of code, so I don't have to bother writing it again. At this point, it's more efficient to just fucking write it, isn't it? I don't fucking know. Oh, it's here. Okay, we're good. It is literally just this, by the way. So, here we go. I don't need... That's the wrong area. We need the... on... Here. Here. So, instead of this, it's going to be 60, though. Instead of 28. That's not too bad. It spawns them all in. Doesn't matter this one. That one's good. What else? What else? So the state is going to be different. Clicking on them will be different. So this is going to be an entirely new state for them to be in. Is 5 already in use? I don't know. I don't think it is. I'm hoping it's not. I'm betting that it's not, because I don't see anything that implies State 5 is used anywhere. And I really hope it's not, because I kind of need it. So, yes. I'm going to say we are Gucci. We are good. We are capiche. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just making up random shit to say while I actually go and do stuff. Case 5. So I go back to gamer. State equals 5. God, that's so... This is such a stupid... This code is so bad. I could just get the card display and then reference the spawn data from it, but I'm not gonna bother fixing it. It only runs whenever you open the fucking menu, so I don't care. Maybe that's why it's kind of shit. I mean, I don't think getting the components will really cause a lag, but maybe it is. That could be part of what causes the lag, is the amount of get components that is run whenever it spawns in. That could be part of why the lag is pretty bad. I could not tell you. Anyway, just thinking of something else. This should spawn in a new card. I got a reference 60, but... That should spawn it in the logbook, at least. Nothing go... I just rolled baller fallers. Oh my god, okay. I just keep getting these. That's 6 secrets. 6 secrets. What was I gonna do? Yes, I was gonna make the button that lets you get there and also change this to be toggle. Gamer instead. There's a few functions. Logbook. Now, logbook I can temporarily disable. Oof. Motorhead. No. No. You. Me. You. I'm clicking you. Logbook. Very simplistic goal. Why is the navigation automatic? Why is it automatic? Are they all automatic? Fuck, they might be. Okay. I'll do that in a second. Toggle settings. Wait, what? Sorry, my mind just completely blanked on what I was doing for a second. Anyway, this one... None. You... None. You... None. You should not be able to navigate these like this with the... Same with the other one. Yeah, they're all like it. God, how many of these have things? It's so stupid. I didn't even realize. That would have caused a problem later down the line. Anyway. Did I just... No, I didn't move anything. Save. This time, we should be able to actually go in the logbook, maybe. Of course, it has all the things, including the locked ones, because I told it to. And yeah, that's all good. Properly updates. Shop, still fucked as hell. I'm gonna have to come back to that. I thought I fixed the bug. I did not. That's good though. That is good. What? This. Yes, I know what I'm doing. I'm very professional, as you can tell. Leaves us with 2 empty menu slots, probably going to be taken up, which means I'll have to start compacting these somewhere. Like, honestly, settings, profile, and credits can probably be moved to a separate area, instead of taking up main, you know, like, screen things. Next what I want to do, I want to go over to the pause menu, the one I still have yet to renovate. And just add a new little one right up, yeah. Not like that. A new little button right up here. Which just brings you to the logbook. Now, this is going to be a very temporary one, of course, because this menu is going to be revamped, but now you should be able to access the logbook from within the game itself. Where the fuck is toggle logbook? There it is. There's so many methods in that. So if I can start a game, yes, I still have some base locked cards. That's on my. That's not the game being bad. Yeah, that's on me. You're not able to click them because they have some special code being run on them. Oops. Yeah, that has to do with in here, card display. In here, they should not be 5. That code should not be running if they are 5. Anyway. Now they should be proper. Yes. Just vibing to this. Honestly, it's good music. So yeah, that's pretty good. We got this pop-up thing now. Next, what I gotta do, make a thing that lets you basically click a card to inspect it. You know? That's gonna be annoying. Alright. Card Dick P. Getting the click action shouldn't be too hard. I'm not worried about the click action. I'm kind of... This will have to be its own thing outside of here is the thing, so where I need to get a custom escape. Do that in a second. Where's update menus? We're getting a new one on 61 for checks 13. 13 on 61. I haven't even made this reference yet, but I know it's going to be on 61. And fuck. Where is it? This will just be the card that it should show, so... "13, 13, 13. All of this except this changes for when I'll need to do some specific stuff, but that's fine. Card display on 15 or on 5 is gamer.instance. I really should just fucking reference gamer.instance up here. Right. See how many times it says gamer.instance when I could just do G? This would honestly save on a bit. I don't think it'll save on too much, but this will just save me time in the future whenever I need to make click actions. I don't have to write gamer.instance every time because it doesn't need to do this like 7,000 times. Hopefully I'm also not breaking any code by using the letter G. I shouldn't be, but you never really know. There's definitely a more efficient way to do this, by the way. I'm just doing it because... Or there's definitely a more efficient way to go about replacing all the gamer.instances in this function. I'm just doing it because why not? So, G dot card inspect card to inspect equals spawn data.card and G dot toggle logbook overlay. And then also in the gamer in close menu, we're going to create some new elifs in here, meaning more specifically 12 and 12, and 13 here. This one will be the toggle logbook overlay, and this one will be the toggle logbook itself. So now I should be able to press escape to close both menus. Currently, there is no reference for misgraph 61, so there is no overlay in the logbook. However, that can be rectified. So, main menu, let's re-enable this and re-enable what? Actually, collapse main menu, that's a lot of shit. Logbook I might keep open, but I'm going to make a new thing. Logbook duplicate, but close, move down, reopen this one, rename this to logbook, or I'm just gonna say, what? Why is it gone? You know what? We're not gonna question it. It does as the crystal guides. Card overlay. Anyway, card overlay, same thing as logbook, except guess what? All of this goes bye-bye because we don't need it. Actually, same with this image renderer. We don't need it either. We do need this one though. This one will simply just be an overlay on the logbook itself so that the background is darkened. This will also be a button to close it. Add component button. Yeah, but copy, paste, paste. none. And what this runs is it runs you gamer toggle logbook overlay, and then finally this one runs 61 card overlay. All right. So now I should be able to press escape to get out of the logbook and logbook overlay. I should also be able to click the things in this to bring up this. And of course, pressing escape does properly get out of them now. So we're good. And of course, right now the overlay is just making the screen darker because there is nothing to show up. I haven't made that just yet, but we can work on it. Next order of business. I think... Where is it? We should design the thing, maybe not right this second, but I'll do it at some point. That is a good thing for me to quickly pause for a second so I can actually get some shit going again. Maybe? I don't know, man. To clarify, I need to close some stuff. I have a lot of stuff open. Goals, I don't need this open twice. Also don't need Hue. Probably don't need Unity Hub right now. Yeah. Alright. Wait, do I have this open twice? No. Taking a small break for a second. Kind of just preparing myself for what I'm going to need to do next, which is making the more like advanced descriptions of things. Just thinking of how to best go about it. Alright. Wait. Can I abuse 3? No I can't. I was gonna say could I abuse 3 for a thing, but I actually can't. I have to make a whole new one for the card overlay. That'll be index 6, which is just non-clickable. Does nothing. Actually, I should have checked. Does clicking the background get rid of it like it should? Also, wait, there might be able to, in the shop, in the buying overlay, you might be able to press space. What the fuck is it? Network manager. What? Oh. What? Oh. Shit. Yeah. Let's check. So if I go to the shop and then I click this, okay, I can't turn it off. I was just making sure I couldn't. I can buy that if I want. So logbook, you can still click on the locked ones. Actually, that's good. That's actually good. Because it'll let me pull up the stuff. Not easy on the whole existing thing. So now that we've got this kind of like display, we've got the logbook that displays every card that's in the game. Now what I want to work on is essentially some way to have a more detailed description of what these cards do. Because currently, when you go to here, all you can see is this. It pulls up a menu. I want there to be kind of like a big version of the card on the right over here, and then maybe the more detailed description over here. This is, of course, just my mouse approximation. Probably be a bit smaller, more like that size, and then fucking, I don't know. The name, description, I don't fucking know. Something. Save. I'm just gonna check in my changes. RQ, just so that, you know, I don't lose any of that stuff I've been doing. Let's work on the next thing to do. So create a UI image. This shall be the background. This will just be the background for all of which all of the next things will be happening on, right? Just need to be a bit brighter. Actually, if I put a card 2 over this, I need to make sure nothing breaks. Because there will be this. I might just have to put a dark overlay on the thing. So if I go to the card overlay... Yeah, okay. You see what this is what I was talking about, the gray. The gray, I don't want to blend in too much to this. So I'm going to actually make this a bit darker. Like that. I just want the card to stand out. Oh, fuck. I want the card to stand out a bit. Next order of business, upping the scale, right? This thing. Let's say good size. Clearly the purchased is not going to be there. What if I go to the game? Honestly, I think that's a pretty damn good size for a, like, zoomed up image of the thing, so you can get a good close look up at what the card looks like. I think that's good. That's good. So, card 2, I can just spawn it on this. Actually, no, I can't. I've got to make a UI image. Actually, why even bother with the transforms, right? What I can do is I can yoink the scale from this, which is 2. Right? I can yoink the scale of that, put this one down to 1, right? And now you can see it's done this. But if I instead spawn the card now directly onto this image, it's spawned at this position, but I'd obviously update the position so that it spawns, at the right one. Now it spawns here. Now all I have to do is delete this image renderer component, back over to the scene real quick, and move this around. So now, whenever I move that, so does the image that I spawn in, right? So whenever I go to spawn in a card now, it'll always spawn in right on this. Next order of business, where the fuck did I put the thing? I just want to put this back on here so I have a good estimation of what it's going to be like. 0. So the this will be the BG cock. So I want to up the width, probably quite a bit. Also the height. I'm not sure how high I want to make this, but I think that's probably a good size. Up the image scale an itty bitty bit. Maybe 2.5. Right, so that stays on the side there. The BG cock thing will grab an image basic. Basic. No, that's fonts. Basics. And we'll grab a cut octo. I fucking love cut octo, man. It's honestly my homie. And then we just got some slightly cut corners on it, which makes it look ever so slightly nicer than just the harsh cut, like the harsh corners, 90 degrees. It's a really cheap way of making it look better than if I didn't do anything, so I'll take it, I'll take what I can. I'll take what I can. Just actually not this song. I'll do like, I'm just trying to think of an interesting song. Coleman. I love Coleman. I could put like a vertical line here to kind of separate it. I just kind of put this vertical line right about there. Make it black and transparent. That just darkens it. And all that does is it kind of visually separates the two areas. So you got the card on the left, description on the right kind of thing. I want to provide some more space for the description than the card itself. Because, of course, that is the card you've already seen. It's just a close inspection of it. And I can reference this as number 62. So everything actually should be in that. It doesn't matter, though. UI text. So this will be the kind of like title text thing. This can just be at the top. Name of the card. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Oh, I just realized. I can't easily center anything. So I'll use this as I'll center this one. And then everything else will be centered based on this. I actually got this pretty fucking close. I think that's like really solid actually, right there. We'll just call this the center, I think I'll just be conservative and call that the center line. So everything will be parented to this, so that I can easily center them. Right? So that goes right about there. And then I just change the width to be like 200. And then I scale it up to what I need it to be. Yeah, there you go. And now this has got its own little sanctioned off area. Never mind. What? Why is this shifted like that? Oh wait, sorry, this will be... So this is 17, so that'll be 21? No. There you go. Sorry. Just fixing that, so now it should be good on both sides. Is that extending off the side? No, it's not. It's like ever so slightly on there. We're good. And now the name, it's all isolated and shit. I can just kind of move it up. And there you go. Now it's all kind of parented to that. Yeah. So that'd be the title, and then I want to put the description somewhere. So ideally, I'd put it directly below it. So position like this. Turn the size down maybe to like 20 points, and then mash up this size. So there you go. So wrapping re-enabled. Size, we're upping this. And we're going to change it to top like this. And yeah, so you can see it's like, it's working, right? You got a good description size here. And then, I don't know if I'm going to put anything at the bottom. For now, I'll leave that as is. So I just got the space. Actually, it should be left aligned like this, shouldn't it? I don't know if this should be, like, toned down in any way. Let me click this. I'm waiting. I've got all day. Okay, this thing's just really small, actually. Whoops. There we go. Now I'll be able to accurately click that. Anyway. So this is like our centered text. I don't know if I want it to be centered per se, but... I'm just kind of picking some random shit. For now, this is fine. I've got to reference both of these texts. Both of these. Not main menu big. So you and a you. Now we get into the code part of this, where I actually go make all this shit. So let's go, first of all, together. Me when I'm toogling my lugabook. My lugubuku. Ubergee. So miscrefs 62 dot get component in children card display. Sorry, this will just make sure it can actually find the thing. If PP shacks, wait a minute, isn't equal to null, it should be. Destroy PP shacks. Game object. Alright, there you go. Now that'll properly get rid of the card. Now what I have to do is I do miscrefs. Oh shit, I needed to just yoink this code. Actually, all of that. Except none of this. And none of that. Var cd equals card to inspect. No index needed. State will be 6. Nothing should happen when you click it. Also, I think on the list of things I want to do, do I have a thing for the button? But so I can just do but is enabled somewhere. You know, this is really shitty code. I love the switch statement with 2 cases. Anyway, if state equals 6, so this is the 6th state, I'm just gonna say but dot enabled equals false. It should not be enabled. Anyway, up next in my list of things to do, because we're not done. We're not done, by the way. We're going to create a new array of in here. Card descriptions, card long descriptions. They now have long descriptions as a possible thing that each one will have. For now, that can just be the same while I test this out. Doesn't matter. Oh, ooh. Sorry, I just remembered something. Do I have? I do it. Yeah, okay. We'll get back to that. Next, the things. So, equals card unlocked. All right. So now I'm basically just creating these 2 things for further use. So if you've unlocked it and the index. So miscrefs 63, which is the title. So the title name, or the name of the card, dot get component. We're gonna need to get the TMP UI, whatever it is, GUI. Get component text mesh pro UGUI dot text. So aka the title and the text that is displayed. And then we're going to set it to based on unlocked. So if you have unlocked it versus you haven't unlocked it. Well, let's put 3 question marks for if you have yet to unlock it. And then in order to unlock it, or sorry, and then the if you have unlocked it name will be card names index. Now, similar idea with 64, which should be the lock, or should be the description, in which case it'll get the text to be displayed, and it'll set it based on unlock to either be the card long description or set to the unlock or card unlock rec index. Now, because for a long time this array has been unreadable, I know this is gonna crash when I start the game, so I'm not going to just yet. I have to set this array, this one. There you go. So it should say test shit on cards I have unlocked. Also, it did crash, yeah. What's you though? What's the problem? Oh, fuck you. It's mad about this. Didn't want to do that. Okay, so logbook. If I click on this, test shit didn't spawn the card in. That's interesting. I'll work on that. Did it spawn it in at all? I don't know. Whatever the case, it's not spawned in. Oh, it's in the wrong index is where it's spawning it in. It's spawning it in down there. Ain't that interesting? Also, why are they all white? That's cool, I guess. Well, clearly it's this is the issue. It should actually be at index 62. Oh, I just forgot to set it on these ones. I'm smart. Why were they all white, though? Was that just a byproduct of the fact that I had misput them there? We'll find out. Deck builder. I wasn't really paying attention, by the way, for the lock state ones. So, logbook. So look at why they're spawning all white. Anyway, the test shit versus the how the hell are you reading this? Yeah. So, the description and the title are working. Why are they spawning in but only being white? Well, it clearly has to do something with this line of text where I disabled but enabled. So maybe my click my Vivis enabled equals false. You know? I'm trying to think of ways to do this. Oh, yeah, that was it. Now you can get a nice up close and personal. I could fucking speak. You know, you can get a nice up close and personal inspection of this boy. Core rebirth, repair 50 core damage. Wow. Place a piercer. Attacks pierce through enemies. Pierce enemy constructs. Cannot do core damage. Attack. 5 damage. Whoa. Definitely got to make this text a bit bigger. Like this text in general. En general. Gimme. Gimme. Okay. So. Interesting. Just scaling that up a wee bit. And then the same with this. I'm also probably going to scale it up to 30. Maybe not 30, but 27. I just need to make it more readable, more comparable to the other big text that's going to be displayed. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Attack. Test shit. Now what I can go do is write a longer description for each card, you know? I just realized I have to do with the fucking card. You know, the card sorting is going to be a long me in the future problem, because that I'm going to have to do it again on this one. Not just in the deck builder, but in this as well. That's going to be fun. I'll ignore the unlock condition for now, because I haven't done that. None of them have ways to unlock them besides being bought. So I'm just going to actually change them all from how the hell are you reading this to purchase Card at. So now they all just say purchase this card at the shop to unlock. By default. Maybe there'll be some cards in the future which have some special unlock conditions. I don't know if I'll make them look visually distinct in the lock, like when the lock state, but we'll see for now. Next up, list of things to do. Long descriptions. This just gives me opportunities to make longer ones. I'm just writing a few. Attack with all attack type constructs. We'll begin their attack actions. Should there be periods at the end? I think I've been doing periods. Yeah. Periods make sense, doing the punctuation on the longer ones, because these could be pretty long. I don't know. This is just like a more detailed description of what they do. Besides their brief, the card. This also lets me shorten what the piercer does. So on 6 is the oh fuck, bro. I think the unlock requirement for 6 and 0 should be funny, so just fixing some of that. The 7. 50% of all rubble becomes walls. On your become. 8. You select a card to remove from hand, draw new cards. We got to discard, then redraw. And redraw the hand back up to the... So 9 will be remove all cards in hand, draw a new hand. Then draws a new 10 is repair 5 core damage. This one really doesn't need much explanation. This is a play again card though, which I can copy and paste. So 11 is the repair 50. 12 is to remove a random 50% of rubble from enemy turret. Clears 50% of... I think this one should have numbers. So when this is half, I'm just going to say 50%. Clear... Clears 50% of all rubble randomly. 13 is places a piercer. This is that long one, so... Oh, they piercer. Which can attack... Attacks that through all each. Attacks from this construct cannot deal core damage. Anything else? Does this give the number? Or 5 damage? 5 damage. Attacks, pierce enemy constructs. Yeah, that's good. 14. 14 is the attack with 2 random attack type constructs. 2 attack constructs. Will begin their attack actions. This card is a play again card. 15. Deal 30 damage to all. Okay, so this is an earthquake. This is earthquake. 50% of on both sides of the turf line will be 2% randomly on both sides of the turf line will take 30 damage. Excluding actually, I guess constructs includes like physicality, so like rubble would not be a construct, I would say. 16, we're getting close to the end of ones that already exist. Card functions exactly like your last played card. The last played card is except at 2 times the energy cost. Um, cannot mimic the mimic card. Um, all rubble on. Each deal 15 damage. All right. So now I believe there is a pretty decent, longer description for like the things. They're also different. Although I do hope that these are like this thing. So, for instance, the Piercer places a Piercer, attacks pierce enemy constructs, attack 5 damage. But in more description, places an attack construct called a Piercer, with attacks that pierce through all enemy constructs, dealing 5 damage to each. Attacks from this construct cannot deal core damage. Right? Earthquake, 50% of constructs randomly on both sides of the turf line will take 30 damage. So they give a bit more context to various things. I did not write that discard is a play again card. Card descriptions, an 8. There you go. Anyway, this is why I like the this method. I mean, if Unity let you display like many arrays next to each other, that'd be really fucking nice. But they don't. But anyway, this method lets me really easily go and change these. So now, of course, this description just has it. This is a play again card. You don't need to go into the code and recompile all this shit because there's a new thing. If there's a spelling mistake in here, we'll catch that eventually, maybe. I don't know. That'll be more in like the beta. That's the beta's job when I fix to fix spelling mistakes and shit. Purchase this card at the shop to unlock. Purchase this card at the shop to unlock. So there you go. Now you've got this kind of like detailed overlay, which gives you a more detailed description of each card. Now what that'll let me do in the future is let me have cards with, I don't know, better descriptions. I can give a succinct one normally that's on the card, which is for quick reference, and then I can have the long description, which gives a more detailed explanation of what exactly they're doing and how they're doing it. For the time being, right this second, I'm going to take a couple minute break, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. So see you guys then. No way someone joined like right as I'm about to go take a couple minute break. Well, that's fun. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, buddies, guess who's back? Let me go back over to this. Has this been cycling or did it stop? Looks like it's still working. We're good. Buddington. Yes. Wait a minute. Holy crap, it's Kingle. I know this guy. I know this guy. Whoa. That's crazy. I do know the guy who joined like like a minute ago. Anyway, I am back now, maybe, possibly, perhaps. I don't know. Am I? Or am I not? Next up, what I want to do is I kind of want to work on a card design that I have. Although I don't know if that's in the order that that I made these in, so let me quickly check these. Because I am going to work on the new card that I wanted to make this stream. I just want to see what the actual goals are, because I may have forgotten which the order of which I wrote these. But I think I'm doing them in order. I could be wrong. So if I just check the goals text, yep, we just did both of those. So the logbook's now done. You know what? So I'm the flamethrower. And that's probably going to take a while. So, first up, number one thing I'm going to start doing, flamethrower. I don't know if that's like a good name or a bad name for it, whatever it is. That's just what I'm going to stick with. Yes, I'm not going to bother writing descriptions just yet. I'm going to hold off on those. Don't need the images, don't need that. Unlock requirements, fine. Unlocked by default, no. Don't need to change anything there. Titles, nothing. Good, alright. Really can close that. The image by default will just be like baller or something so that I can get it working. Where's images? Let me just throw baller in there so that I can work on this. Alright, so that's going to be a new card. It has no functionality as of yet. But you'll be able to see it in the logbook. Locked, of course, because I don't have it. I can quickly go unlock it for myself. If I go over to the fucking thing, and I go to cards unlocked, 18. 18. And I go in and out of the logbook. There you go, flamethrower. Yes. Yes. It's flamethrower, guys. It's flamethrower. Energy cost, I forgot, is baked in here. Flamethrower, I'm not honestly sure. This is the wrong method. This is the right one. Method? Function? I don't know. 18. This is not... Is it an attack card? It is something that lets you attack the enemy, but it actually isn't. It's one that does damage to shit, but it doesn't have an activatable thing with an attack card, so I wouldn't call it an attacker. Or a attack construct, or cause attacks, or attacker, you know? So let's wait. What the fuck is 17? Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know if that's actually an accurate description of attacker. Whatever the case. I'm not sure if it would be attacker or cause attacks would be the right one to put on that. Anyway, I'll go back to this one. Energy is going to be 4. I don't know if it's going to be a play gun card. For now, I'll keep it as no. What I need to probably make right now, though, is actually completely separate from the code, because I need to work on the particle effect, because of course that's the most important thing to be working on. But I think it'll be something interesting to do, you know? So let's disable just like everything for a bit while I work on this. So let's go out of this, out of this. This is going to be something completely separate from where everything else is going to be stored. Actually, where did the friendly terp? I'll put it in here for now, just so I can have it somewhere where I'm working on it. So, rendering... What the fuck is it? Why can't I remember what this is? Effects, I believe. Particle system. Love particle systems. So if we got this particle system in here, I can go into the game. Oh boy. Canvas. Actually, if I go out and just take the main menu and the logbook and the card overlay and disable them all, and the pause menu, now you can see it like kind of on the game. So let's go out to my little particle system, which I've thrown over here. You can see that it's not that my selection area is not the same as where it appears to be. That is because the entire thing is kind of shifted a wee bit. So this is where it appears to be, but you can see that like the white, where it's visible, is actually slightly different than where the orange area is. And that's kind of intentional, kind of not. I don't know. I'll have to do some code to set the position of that when I'm in the better mind space. But for now, what I want to do is work on making it actually look not shit. First thing I want to do, start speed. We'll put it 0 for now. It shouldn't be moving, not yet. I want to create basically some kind of like area of effect fire. So I want there, my idea is that there is fire in a gigantic box, you know, and this box will cover like the enemy play area. That's my vision for this, if you will. Let's get me some music playing and let's take a look. So the emission in this shape. Rate's fine for now. The shape will be a square. Honestly, rectangle. X6, Y9. That feels too small. No, wait, it's not. It just needs to be moved up. You know, like right there. That'd be like right on it. Although for different reasons it's not where it needs to be, but that's like about right. Next up, I want to change the start lifetime probably to like, honestly 1's probably a bit too much, 0.5, and you'll see in a bit. Start speed, I'll put up 110. Why are they not moving? Ah, they're moving like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's on me. So, let's go back to this particle system. Particle system. I'm actually not sure how rotation affects it. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, no, I don't want that. Z. I'm not sure. Really, Z affects that, so if I back to rotate it, they should all... What? What? I genuinely could not tell you what's going on there. Anyway, I somehow want to move them... I want to say the velocity over lifetime. So let's change this back to 0. This velocity over lifetime kind of thing. Linear, 1. World. Actually, I'll put it local. I'm actually not even sure how this fucking affects it. I should really increase the okay, let's do some color real quick, just to make this a bit more interesting. Color over lifetime. This should be a gradient. The color will be red to start. Or actually, I guess it would be more like an orangey yellow to start. And then it would become red. And then it would be staying red. And then I also want to change the size by lifetime. I also just want to change the size in general. So the start size, like 0.2. Right? He's trying to see where it is taking shape. Where the fuck? Give me fire. Particle system. Rename. Fire lol. Alright. So that's all good. I actually quickly want to change this. And this. Right, like that. I don't know. I need to change how the movement works in the first place. So this movement here is all good and all, but I want to add randomness to it. Now, noise, I believe, is where it is. Noise is all good. I think the radial motion is really what's fucking it, so I need to change that. The orbital motion, sorry. You can kind of see where I'm going for what I'm going for now, maybe. Strength will be more like 0 0.1, 2, 3. I just want it to be enough that it's kind of like believable. But not enough that it like actively is like shoving them around, you know? Frequency. Just enough that it's also actually believable too. So 0.5 was actually good. Octaves? Oh. Oh yeah, no, go back to 0. 1. And then I think that's the same. Anyway, now we've got some interesting fire motion, right? Although I do want to change it a bit. Should I go to fire lull? I want to choose the emission. Maybe change it from 10 to like 20 or something. So areas on fire up here. Looks like that. I mean, I want to add a bit of a rotation as well. I think that'll be good. Let me go to fire lull. So where the hell's rotation? Color by speed, rotation over lifetime. Just enabling that gives it a bit of rotation. Angular velocity. Honestly, that's good. It would be nice if if the randomness affected the, I'm not sure its rotation amount. 1. There you go. Now that's also affecting the rotation. Rotation amount 100. That'll just also be up there affecting the rotation, so that'll just add a bit more diversity into the particles. I do still want to do size over lifetime, though. I haven't done that yet. Whoops. Size over lifetime. Just very, very simple. Actually, maybe not too simple. Well, what the fuck? No, not separate axes. That could be good. First of all, the start fucking speed, that doesn't change anything because it's going the other way. 3, I want to change the rotation to be random. So start rotation from 0 to be random between two constants between 0 and, let's say, 90. So that it's just spawning in random, rotating random, whatever. That's all good. My rotation over lifetime will be like 100 or something, so it'll really like to try and rotate and spin and fuck around in shitty balls. I'm not sure about the size curve. Right? So if I do a flat line, what if I did something like this? Right, so it goes like from orange to red, it's expanding, and then from red to transparent, it's like shrinking. I honestly think this works for like a little neat little fire effect. And then of course I might maybe increase the emission again from 20 to maybe like 30 or something. And that's how you know you're on fire. That's just a neat little effect that I can make. Next order of business is actually moving it so that it is in the correct position. I also want to quickly make this a prefab just so I don't lose it. Back to friendly turf. Actually, this shouldn't even be in friendly turf. This should be in enemy turf. Yes, it's offset over there. I get it. So, theoretically, I would increase this by 3 and 4.5? It's 3 and 4.5. But why are these different? What? Hmm. Let me figure that one out. Play single player. Play the game. Oh no, that's working. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty funny. You got these like neat little fire effects, right? If I disable it on the enemy turf, so it's just on mine, right? This would be like what it's like with your side being on fire. Like, oh shit. Okay, it seems to be clumping up around up there, which makes sense. If I change the fire lull itself, like in the emission shape, velocity over lifetime, right? If I change it to just be going up, will it affect that? No. Will it affect it now? Wait, what? Oh, I changed the wrong one. But theoretically, maybe I'd go like something like this instead. So it goes directly upwards. Um, I don't know. I'm just kind of messing around with these so that the friendly turf, um, 3, 4.5. Turf, enemy, no, not there. Enemy turf, the various fire effects. So let's go to fire lull and change these. So let's check. Maybe it's going upwards, but fast, combining their effects. Probably not. This is faster movement, right? So this is what it would look like if both sides were on fire. Everything's on fire. But if I get rid of the enemy side, so it's just your side that's on fire, right? I think that's pretty good, as a fire effect. I think that's pretty good looking. I might do a wee bit more. Though I'm not really sure how I could. I think it's a nice effect. What's going on there is a bit strange. Right over distance, it wouldn't matter. It's not going to move. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can kind of do to try and make it like more convincing that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Like this changing that won't do it anything. I could increase the size of the particles maybe, because currently their size is what, 0.2. This is a 50% increase to their size, although that won't change right now, or in any of these for that matter. So this is what it's like with the particles 50% bigger. I'm honestly just fucking around with the particle effects because it's kind of fun to do, So you go into single player and you turn these off, and I go turn off the fire one on the enemy side, so I can get a good close up view of this. Hmm. That's a good thing. I need to make this render on top of everything. Render the order in layer should be like 100 or something. It should be not rendering behind the constructs. It should be rendering on top of them. So this renderer on both of these should be 100. I think. I don't remember what I make the constructs render at. Off the top of my head, at least. Anyway, now when I go play the game, yeah, the particles are on top of the walls and shit. So that makes way more sense. Now, theoretically, this would cause damage to everything on screen at the end of the turn. I don't know. I think having the fire is a neat little effect. It's pretty cool. And you can also just like set the enemy on fire. And I think this is a pretty cool looking effect. It doesn't really detract from the game. You can still see what's going on pretty clearly. It's just adding a little neat visual flair. I don't know if it's too distracting, honestly. I might tone down the speed a bit. Let's have a look at how I can mess with the speed effects to make them more pleasant to look at. So maybe I turn down on the velocity the lifetime or the speed from 2 to 1, but that maybe I up the lifetime to like 1.5. You know? So they're kind of more wavery. 1.5, 3, and 1. I'm just making the thing match the children. I got kitchen. Oh my god. No fucking shot. I've rolled kitchen guns so many times. No fucking way. Kitchen gun. That's kind of nuts that you never really see kitchen gun, except that you always do. So now I've got some more like a meandering fire particle effects, and honestly, I'm pretty fucking good with this. If anything, I'd probably make it so they don't always try and spin clockwise, and that would be the only change I really make. So let's try and see rotation over lifetime. So I'm just going to do random between 2 constants. There you go. So now the random effect of the rotation should be much more like subtle. I mean, it's still gonna be there, clearly, but they're not always like rotating in the same way. They're kind of moving around, rotating all they want. It's chaotic is the point. Fire in it as itself is always pretty chaotic. And I think this is pretty clear that, oh shit, it's fire. Your shit's on fire. I don't know if I want to change the particle effect from being like the square. Honestly, I kind of like it. It kind of gives it a little blocky charm, you know? Is there anything else I can do to try and improve the effect? Size by speed, does it? I don't know if that really matters. What is this even doing? Eh. Color by speed. As opposed to what? Making them all like red or black. What? That's kind of dumb. I don't like this. No, I'm not fixed. I don't like this. I'm not changing. I'm messing with that. Inherit velocity? Well, there's not going to be any velocity to inherit, so no. Limit velocity over lifetime, don't really care. Lifetime by emitter speed, don't really care. Lights? Sub-emitters? Maybe. Sub-emitters, that'd be interesting. Ooh, yeah. If I had them, like, providing smoke, like, each one of these was also trailing out smoke that was moving around, that'd be pretty fucking chaotic. I think I want to keep it more on the lightweight side, though. So maybe all I do is increase this a little bit. So now they're decently dense. They're kind of meandering. I still don't want them to get in the way, but I want it to be a pretty prominent effect still. Because, you know, it's not good if your side's on fire. You're literally burning to death. Maybe now it's a bit too intense. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good. It only would last theoretically 4 turns, maybe 3. I'm not really sure what it would do. I haven't specified on the data. I'm thinking maybe 3 damage every 4 turns, or not every 4 turns. 3 damage at the end of a turn for 4 turns, so a total of 12 damage. So it doesn't completely wipe your thing when someone does it, but it does a shit ton of damage. You know, it's not good. And if you have anything that's kind of low on health, like from a piercer or something, then it'll be a really good finisher. So that's an idea that I've had. That's so that now we've got the particle effects at least running. However, they're currently not in a great position. So I am going to do firelol, rename, firelol, dos, network manager, bonk bonk. Now we gotta start making the actual code for these. The fun part, the fun part, the fun part, the fun part. So I've got to make something to make these actually turn on. For example, when you play the goddamn card. And I've got to do all this shit. So let's start with making the card play this. Can play card. I don't think needs any modifications. You'd theoretically be able to play it whenever. Where is my thing? Game data. Down here. Public int player on fire equals 1, or actually -1. AI on fire. AI on fire. And then I'm going to say end turn. Because all of this actually needs to run in here. So if it is the player turn, and player on fire is greater than 0, player on fire minus. I need, what's the code for checking destroy? So I need to find projectile real quick. So when it's going to destroy something, subtracts damage func gamut. Oh, gamut. I can do this. Good. That's a W actually. Card is the thing it wants to try and attack, and damage is the good. Oh, I'm so happy about that actually. That's good. That's so good. It means I don't have to do any of this. I can just use this. Damn func. Damn func. Let me go back to end turn check real quick so I can continue working on this. So theoretically, all I need to do is I can say for each player constructs. So for every construct, every card that you've placed on the map, if card is a real card, so if it's a fake card, then it just continues, because we don't need that one. That is not how you spell continue. That says continue. So if it's continue, by the way, just fucking skips all the rest of the code and goes to the next one. So, yeah. So it just, if it's a fake card, we don't do anything with it. If it isn't a fake card, meaning it's a real construct, it's not rubble, it is a real thing like a wall or a cannon, then I run damage function, and we try and damage the card, for 3 damage. And same exact code, is AI turn. This really should be an elif. I mean, that's very slight optimization. If it's not the player turn and AI on fire, then AI on fire minus, and it goes through every AI con and tries to damage them for 3. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Also, I want to do if Oh. Hold on, wait. This should be outside of it, shouldn't it? Can I make... Okay, if I just simply enable or disable them, right? Oh, shit. If I just simply oh, God. If I simply just enable or disable the fucking thing. Disable, enable, disable. It doesn't start the thing. I don't know if that's gonna be the same in-game. I hope that is fine. And I don't have to run start. Let's see. So I just want to check if player on fire is greater than 0. Actually, I'll just set them equal to this. So, Miss Gress, what are the indexes we're looking for here? 65, 66. So, 65 dot set active this boolean. And the same thing, but it's AI on fire on greater than 0. Cool. So, I mean, makes sense to me. Now, nothing's gonna turn them on. Nothing's gonna turn them on. I do have to go on the start game. Misgrefs 65 dot set active false. And is it 66 as well? 65, 66? I want to go run back to the code that I was modifying earlier. Yeah, that's a 65, 65. Attack on Titan, the OST, W. Yeah, that's cool. What? Huh? Okay. 65, 66. Nothing turns it on, though. So now we do card action. Card action type. On 18 will be 10. First double-digit card type. And then card action. This is honestly an unnecessary step. I should probably not do it like this, but I don't care. It's already been done, and at this point it's not worth fixing. Case done. There you go. So if it's the player, then AI on fire equals 4. If it should just be an else. Okay, just quickly running through this. So it'll set it to 4. I should also run the same, this... that's just in case I want to do other code afterwards. So it sets the AI... So if it's the player playing the card, AI is set on fire for 4 turns. So then they take 3... All of their shit takes 3 damage, and then they have 3 more turns of being on fire. Maybe. We'll see how that works. I think the damage will work. I don't know about the particle effects, because as we were kind of demoing before, they seem to be kind of iffy enough they turn on and off. So we'll have to check. Oh, I just realized. Oh, I need to make a deck with this. I've got it. I'm just gonna use WWW. I know the AI cannot use Flamethrower. Oh, I just realized it's... Oh, that's so funny, actually. It does it every time they play a card. Oh. What? Collection was... Oh, fuck you. Fuck off. Alright, I got it. Oh. Yeah. Hmm. That's an interesting problem, actually. I have to reverse search it. So the problem with this one was that I was using 4 each, which doesn't let you modify the things in it, which they were when they got destroyed. And also, there was the slight issue of the fact that I believe once if it tried to destroy something, it would skip over the next one. Whoopsie. Not happening again, maybe. Possibly. Well, this is just oh, fucking hell, I did classic. By reverse searching it from the back like this, it should be better. So, I put a wall down. I'm not sure why it doesn't damage them on that move. Oh, yeah, it damages them at the end of the AI move, not my move. I think I should invert that, so at the end of my turn, it does damage them. Anyway, that wall will start getting damage. Yeah, see? Boom. And if I had another fire, I'd actually decimate all their walls. But for whatever reason, I just don't have another... Oh, wait, I do. I'm just smart. So they attack. Yeah. I need to fix that. It's doing it every time the AI does a fucking turn. That's kind of overpowered, actually. Should I keep that functionality? I'll change it to be you instead. But I'm gonna explain what is happening and why I think that might be a bit overpowered. So what's happening is normally it's supposed to stay around for 4 moves, right? What's actually happening is if you do a play again card, it's actually activating the flamethrower damage again. That kind of makes it really fucking good, actually. So I'm gonna nerf it to be from 3 damage to 2 damage. Because that's kind of nutty otherwise. I do like the idea, and I am gonna flip it so it activates whenever I play. That actually adds some interesting strategy, because it incentivizes doing a bunch of play again cards after you do flamethrower to spam its damage effect. So something like discard. Oh, that's actually really funny. Hold on, let me show you. So if I go to WW, let me get rid of normal cannon and instead put in like discard. So take a look at this game. So let's put WWW in here. Let's just get a wall down. You get the game moving. Get the game moving. Cannon, not a good matchup for flamethrower. Put some walls down. I said, put some walls down. Thank you. I'll actually go out. I don't have enough energy to put a piercer. I forgot it's 7. So let me show you this. So, flamethrower. So that all takes that ticks over, and they start placing some shit. Now, take a look at this. Damage. 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 Flamethrower. Oh my god. That's so good, actually. Oh, that's so good. Because then I can discard, like, this thing. And then I can discard, like, this thing. Oh, that actually makes it really fucking good. It isn't the greatest, but the thing is that this runs like 2 flamethrowers. Activating 2 flamethrowers and getting their full activation on walls is enough to get rid of them. So this lets you cycle through the amount of like returns it takes really quickly because you can use play again cards. These things are gonna die fast when I activate this flamethrower here. Look. So I can discard like this thing. They're gonna start taking a bunch of damage, and then I can discard like this thing. They start taking a bunch of damage, and then I can attack. Sorry, I didn't know they did that until just now. That's really funny. Um, that's really fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's able to it's able to try and damage rubble. So um, if it hits doesn't contain C and E, and C dot is not a fake card. I gotta clarify that. The piercer should not be able to pierce through rubble. Or it shouldn't be able to damage rubble. Nothing should. That's really cool though. So flamethrower, new card. Currently there is no description, no image, no nothing, but it's fucking sick actually. I'm really happy with this card. It's actually quite the unique card. From what we have so far, it is like a global. I'm fucking happy with that one. It has a really unique effect too. I might actually make it last one more turn to balance out the fact that so it does 10 damage total. Yeah. So that one pierce shot and one flamethrower is enough to destroy a wall instead of 2 pierce shots or 2 flamethrowers and the pierce shot. You know? Actually, two flamethrowers would just straight up destroy it. Let me go back over to card action. So card action, just instead of setting it to 4, sets it to 5 on number 10. There you go. That's pretty damn good. I'm not sure how the AI, how I'll make the AI balance for that card, but that'll be a future me thing. I'll do that maybe off stream or maybe in a future stream. I'm not doing that today. AI thing for AI eval for flamethrower card. There you go. Pretty fucking W. Let me get a decent song rolling up. Let me scroll up a lot. So we got some newer stuff. Ningidesu. Fucking W. Man, gaming. I'm fucking hyped for the flamethrower card. That shit's bussing. Let me go work on a description and shit. So let's write the descriptions for this. So on 18, actually on the short description, it'll be set enemy turf on fire, dealing 5 or not 5 damage, dealing 2 damage. Um, dealing 2 damage to all enemy constructs. Every... Playing cards, skipping turns. That's a slipping turns. Skipping turns, etc. Such as playing cards, etc. 4, 5. Oh yeah, buddy. So now the logbook has a cool entry. Sets the enemy turf on fire, dealing 2 damage to all constructs every action for 5 actions. Sets the enemy turf on fire, dealing 2 damage to all enemy constructs every time an action is taken by you, such as playing cards, skipping turns, etc. This effect lasts for 5 actions, with 1 action being used as this card is played. That's unintentional behavior, I must say. The that stuff about the card activating and doing damage every time a card is played is actually unintentional. I originally only wanted to do it when your turn ends. However, I actually kind of really like the fact that it does damage when you do a play again card. I think that just makes it better. So I'm keeping that because that's way better. I didn't think of that when I thought of the card idea, but it's a fucking good idea too. I can now move up and down. At some point I want to start making cards that have like more different unlock conditions, but for now this is fine. If I go over, let me change the stuff so that what I have matches the this. So 14, 15, everything else like that on card unlocked. So 14, 15 should be enabled. This should be this. There. I think. Yeah. So this will match what you see at the beginning of the game. This is what you'll have access to. Essentially the base game content, right? The logbook, though, will have some lockable cards. Some cards that will be unlocked, including Flamethrower. And god, am I fucking hyped for that. That's a solid entry, I would say. I'm really happy with it. That's a good addition, I would say. I actually might end up making another one today. I don't know. Well, let me show you. So let me grab this. I probably should have brought this up earlier. I have more card ideas. I came up with a few last night, while I was, like late in the night. So I go to projects, this is pretty standard stuff, game dev, Umbra, fucking ideas and shit. This is just where I have listed a bunch of stuff about the game, various ideas for cards and shit. So these were the ideas that I kind of drunkenly created. These ones. Those ones, don't mind like some of the other shit around here. Don't mind the red underlines for bad grammar. That's just because I was just typing this on mobile. So the grammar ain't gonna be the best, but let me zoom this in. Oh, that does not look good zoomed in. Anyway, so the one I just made was Flamethrower, right? Sets the enemy turf on fire, all enemy constructs take 2 damage per turn for 5 turns, 5 energy. Originally designed to be 5 energy, I changed it to 4. I might do something like Feeble Shot. Let me, 1 second. Feeble, the effect, theoretically would make all constructs destroy in 1 shot, which my idea being that it would synergize really fucking well with Flamethrower and Piercer. So that's a way that so you can start building your deck to have like certain synergies, I think it'd be cool. Also like the cleanse, remove all negative effects from your turf, right? Similar to Flamethrower, but more of like a counter to that and Feeble. So that you're not completely helpless to it, because it is a bit of a pretty good combo. What I want to do though with his Feeble Shot is potentially make it However, I think it could be kind of annoying trying to make like the cards visually display that they are now feeble. So I need to think of some way to like make it so the cards can accurately show when they are or not feeble. Game checklist, by the way. Just quickly wanted to say, make energy cost for lower shit, maybe. I don't know, man. Make fucking, what was I gonna do? I had an idea and then I stopped having the idea. I'll make, hover on cons up menu. I want to do that just so I can, do something. I don't fucking know. I just don't know the best way of showing to people that something is now afflicted by feeble. What I could, of course, do is create some kind of like particle system, with the flamethrower, like I did. Um, I could make another particle effect called that makes it like purple or some shit, like oh it's feeble and shit. I mean that would work, but is it the best way to do it? Is what I want to know. And that's my problem. Okay, I want to test something. This is a construct. Effects, particle system. This is just for me. Don't mind this. 0. I just want this to be 0.2. Emission shape. Fucking cone, more like a sphere with a radius of 0. This is just gonna be useful for me in a second. I want to see how it affects with scale because of how I make some stuff. So when I put a wall down, right, you can see it spits it out. When I put 3 walls down, each one spits it out. That's all fine. That's all dandy. That's all fine and dandy. I need a cannon. Interesting. Does the emission shape change with the construct? If so, that'll make the particle system. That'll make making it very easy, actually. Let's check. So, wait. It might not actually even fucking change the scale at all. I'll have to see. I might have to actually manually add code to change the shape, the emission shape. So if I change the emission shape, or the emission fucking shape to a rectangle, right? And I make the renderer render it at a fucking Orion layer at 99, that goes above it. Right, so you can see the square which it appears in. Does this square stretch to cover the entire construct of a cannon, or does it only appear in the center? That's what I need to check. Clearly, for a 1x1 wall, it's good. That's, like, perfect already. That's not the problem. The problem is cannons. No, it doesn't. You can see the box in the center has it, but the tips and the back, they do not have it. So I need to basically create some kind of thing so that the construct knows, oh, buddy, oh, it fucking knows what the shit is. The construct game object is the display. We're going to create a new fucking thing. Scripts. Misc. I poppy. C# script. I construct my balls. I construct my balls. And this is literally going to have no code in it. It's just going to serve as a reference to the game object, so I don't need to fucking grab them every time. So, public game object. Actually, particle system. Actually, no, game object is a good one. Game object fucking, why can't I remember what this is? I'm just gonna call it like feeble. Actually, no. Particles equals new game object. Or It's just gonna actually, I don't need to fucking make it I don't need to define it like this. So anyway, I create a list of particle effects. Then anyway, on awake, I'm going to just say for each particle in particles, particle dot set active false. Just, they're all disabled. And then public void enable particle, or set particle. All this is going to do is it's going to say particle, or int index bool yes. So it's going to say particles index yes. Yeah, perfect. Set particle index yes. That. So this particle system now, when I give it to when I give construct iConstruct and I set the reference particle system, should be disabled when it awakes. Remove component. Add this to particles. So now that's the reference. So now, even though it's active in the prefab, it should be disabled when it spawns in. We should no longer see it. Boom. All right, W. Now, how the fuck do I go and, oh, I just realized what I gotta do. All right. Cards are now gonna have a new Boolean. Bool time. Not in there. It's a new bool. Feebled equals false. I don't know if I need to ever transfer it over. I don't think it should be. Like if you no. I don't need to transfer over the feebled status effect. I don't think it ever should be anyway. So here's my interesting thought process. I need to basically go through everything in the map and update it. So how do I do this? Let's go end turn check. Do I have an update? I don't know. I'll fucking make one. Whoa, what the fuck? Hey. Var C in AI icons. AI icons dot. Or no. Sorry, C dot update. Two different functions for updating. I don't know which one is good. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm way far away. Let me go back down here. Why is there an error? Oh, fuck you. Why is there two balls? Alright. Update chat is just the random seed. That's fine. Update data checks the energy cost in the display. So I actually do need a new function, which is going to be public void update display. There you go. So now I can go run back up here, and then I can do c.update display. And it's going to do the same thing on player cons. Literally, that's it. Update display. And then I want to say if feeble. Actually, I need to fucking get this. So var when is display object set? There's not a function that's ran, so I'm just gonna have to say var fucking con equals display dot get component I construct my balls. So we get the construct thing, and then I can do con dot set particle 0 feebled. So now when things get feebled, they enable this particle effect. Although nothing is making them feebled right now. Particle system. Now I want to make this particle system. I think start color. Purple. I fucking love purple, bro. Love it. Love it for your money back. Start rotation. Again, doing the same thing. Random between two constants, 0 to 90. So they just get a random rotation when they spawn in. My particle system also will have probably like a alpha thing on this, just so that it looks a bit funky. Maybe turn it up a wee bit. Then I want to set the life, the speed probably to 0. And fucking velocity over lifetime, except that is a downwards velocity of like negative 0.1. There will be noise. Oh god. Why is it like suddenly like pulling it all the way over there? Oh shit, I just realized. I need to make it scroll on both. Oops. Alright, let me go back. Let me go back to my fucking fire. That'll make it way less, or that'll make it like less consistent, which is good. That'll make it better. Anyway, back over to construct. You can see it's getting pushed all over the goddamn fucking place. Strength 0.1. Yeah, they're kind of shifting around on it. I do want to do fucking, where is it? Why can I not think of it? Size over lifetime. Where is size over lifetime? Here it is. I don't want them to disappear like that though. I think that's worse. What if I instead did the opposite? You know? This. For whatever reason, the noise is getting me. Anyway, they do get pushed around a bit. Damping? Eh. This is just making it interesting. Position amount, rotation amount. I'm not sure if this actually... Oh, it does. Anyway, so now these things have like this kind of like purpley particle effect on them that indicates they are feeble. Particle system, that's an interesting thing. It's probably fine. It's not too distracting, I would say. I don't want it to be like, I want it to be noticeable, but not distracting. Save. Um, so then I go to turn check. No, we do not want this to run. We want damn funk basically to say, instead of this, if feeble overload. If it's not, then you don't actually damage it. You instead run cd dot feebled equals true. There you go. Now all I have to do is copy the code from 5. Because guess what, boys? We're making a new card, boys. I know this isn't on a thing, but we're making a new goddamn card. Yeah, get fucking hyped. Get fucking pumped. Also, new particle effect. New particle effect just dropped. I'm a fan. Yes. Yes. Give me strength while I fucking power this out. Is that even how you spell feeble? It'd be really funny if I've been misspelling it. No, that's actually how you spell it. We're good. This, I think, still does core damage. So core damage is still on the table with these. So the description, that's the short description. All attack. Actually, where's 5? Begin their attack actions when instead of dealing damage. Feeble makes constructs core damage can still be dealt as normal. So guess what, buddy? We just got a new goddamn card. Although, it doesn't work yet, but it will. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't fucking know. I hope it does. Let me give myself these cards. Oh boy. Crash. Oh, I gotta disable that. I also think I know why. Yeah, I didn't finish making them. I didn't finish defining all the data. Whoops. Yeah. You see all those go down to 18? This should be 19. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Card unlocked, I can close. Actually, no, I need to keep that open because I gotta go redo that because I didn't save. Anyway. Oh, it did. Never mind. Anyway, deck builder. You can see we got Feeble Shot down there. So now you can go to the logbook and Feeble Shot. Short description, attacks with all attack constructs, although instead of damage they inflict feeble. The longer description, every attack type construct on your turf will begin their attack actions. That's the same as attack. Except when damaging other construct they inflict feeble instead of dealing damage. Feeble makes constructs able to be destroyed instantly when they next take damage. Core damage still can be dealt as normal. So yeah, that's a new one. I gotta work on making the fucking thing work, but theoretically it works. I mean, it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. I just gotta make it actually do stuff. So card action type. I've got to define the card action type as 19. Wait, I can overload it here. Doesn't even need doesn't even need that. Just case 19 : overload to return to 5. And then I can go through on card action on 5. And wait. Oh shit, 5 is the wrong one. What's the one where I need to overload it to? It's just one. Okay, whoops. So, actually, 19 overloads to just one. Yeah. I think that just works, by the way. Because I can just yoink the working code. Let's have a look. I don't see why it wouldn't work. All I've told it to do is instead of fucking doing the shit, it does the shit instead. I hope that cleared everything up, guys. Let's make a new deck with this. So let's go to the deck builder. www. Did I lock myself the flamethrower? Or did it just get rid of it? I think it may have, because, yeah, no, it would have. It got rid of it because I locked the card. Anyway, flamethrower. I want to put that in there because it'll be funny. Instead, I'm going to take out, attack through bone wall. Feeble shot. And a piercer and a normal cannon. There you go. Play game. Single player. That's www and starting this up. So, cannon. Oh, fuck you. What? Fuck you. That's what. It's there, asshole. Wait. Oh. wrong game object. Wrong game object. I think this is actually called something else. Yeah, it's called construct. Whoops. I was trying to I was trying to grab the card in your hand instead of the fucking thing on the map. Whoopsie. That would do it. Stupid. I gotta make sure the deck saved. It did. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? Less stupid this time. Let's just place a cannon. They should be trying to get some things down. That's neat. I gotta make the feeble scale with the fucking card. Also, feeble doesn't work. Huh. Interesting. Just as like a note. Yeah, feeble, it just isn't working. Well, I know why feeble isn't working. Specifically on damage bunk. What this should be is, if cd.feeble it should just completely ignore the damage, and it should just say health equals -69. It just instantly deletes it if it's feebled. Anyway. But why was the particle effect not on in the first place? Oh. Wait, what? Do I have to grab the fucking particle effect? Hold on. Let me go over to icon. If... yes. There you go. That should force it to play, I think. I can't imagine why that would be the problem. The particle system should have activated. We know the code is being run, too. Just gonna skip my turn for a second so I can grab a Piercer. And do it all that. So it'll activate all of those. Put a cannon up there, why not? Let's try Feeble Shotting. Okay. It's just doing damage. Not good. Looks like my thing of the Feeble Overload is not working. Oh. Yeah, maybe if I actually told it to set the fucking true. Man. Sometimes, man, I just do it so good. So, on number 1, maybe I'm just saying, you know, if I told it to fucking do it, maybe it would. Maybe it would. There's a very real chance that I no longer need the code for setting or for pressing play, but I think I'll keep it. Probably won't hurt. Probably. Maybe. Don't come back to bite me, those words. Fuck, that's the classic deck. New attempt. Cannon. They'll put a wall. I'll put a Piercer. I won't, actually. They'll put a cannon. I'll put a Piercer. They'll attack me. I say, that's not very cool. They drew a new hand. Put a Piercer. They put a cannon. Try Feeble Shotting. Okay, now it's being an asshole. So, it's dealing damage. Why? Feeble Overload is true. Attacks. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, no, no, no. Alright, that's it. Alright, what's the fucking thing? I think it's that one. So what are you? I'm gonna keep that there, but card action. Just quickly, how does double shot work? Oh, sorry. Card action, not type. There's double shot. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Double shoot. Ooh. 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 I see. So both of these actually I need to change. Wait for Poopygon. They both need it. They both need this treatment. Sorry to hear it. Kinda sucks. Alright. Wait for Poopygon. And then end turn check. Okay, so same thing as the other one, except this time now your turn it waits to end your turn Toshishu. 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 That's a classic deck. Oh, no. What's that? Alright. Attempt number 2. Oh! It did it. Yo! Yo. That's nuts, actually. Wait, check this out. Check this out. Okay, okay. Check this out. I put this down. Watch this. Feeble shot. Oh my god! That's insane. I just gave them even more turns for this. Fuck! That's actually so good. Okay, let me put a piercer down, right? Watch this. I feeble shot them. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's... I don't even care. I don't even care. That's amazing. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love this. Gigasegs. I'm on a power trip right now. I just made 2 more fucking cards, bro. Fucking beautiful. I mean, I'd have no idea if they work for the AI or for other players. But they should be fine. They should be fine. I haven't done like any testing for these cards, but they should be good. They should be Gucci. Gooble wobble. Wait a minute. Yep, we're good. Oh, I'm so fucking happy with that, dude. That is peak. That's just peak. That's the only way I can describe it. You know? I don't... What to do next? What to do next? Well, if we have a look at my goal settings things, right? I actually did more than this. I mean, I have these to do. I have these to do. Kind of a good one. I don't know. Maybe I could work on making the pause menu less shit for now. It has been something that's been bugging me for a long time. But if we begin working on card abilities, I don't know. That's what I'm still iffy on if I want to do that one. I might not. I'm kind of swaying back and forth on if I want to do that one. Off stream, I'll probably make the icons for the flamethrower card and the feeble shot card. I need to make the should I make the energy cost for... Let me take a look at feeble shot. I need to actually change something on here. Cause at equals true. It causes attacks. Damn. And the card amount grows. Does that put us at 20? Well, no. We go to the logbook. Sorry, that's the shop. The logbook. We've got 8, 16, 18. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Pretty goddamn good. I'm not sure about the cost of feeble shot. For now, it's fine. 5. I gotta make something that I need to add is heavy. This is a heavy card. Network manager, I just need to say. I just want to specify on heavy. This card is a heavy card. What an amazing, honestly, I'm really fucking happy with the stream. I kind of got sidetracked at the very beginning when I was talking about sources shit, but man, we got some shit done. I mean, look at this. We got the whole logbook thing with like the advanced descriptions and the unlock requirements, and we got fucking feeble shot and flamethrower gun done this stream. That's great. The question is, do I want to do more? That's feeble shot done, flamethrower done. If I wanted to do other ones, maybe I could do cleanse, which probably wouldn't be too hard to do. I kind of feel like it should play a particle effect when you do it. As should some of the other stuff as well, for that matter. I kind of haven't been doing a lot of polishing. I don't know. It works for now. Wait, if I did rainy day. What's out? What's up, flamethrower? Anyway, I don't know. I think I'm honestly good for the stream. It's been going for 3 hours, which is that's a pretty good stream, I would say. Pretty good stream. And we got a fuck ton done. I am very, very happy with this. Both of these cards, very unique so far as the game's been concerned. They operate pretty good, pretty cool. I haven't made the AI eval for them. That's because it's kind of boring and I'll do it off stream. Ball's shop is still being fucked as hell. I've got to go in and fix whatever is causing it to refresh randomly. I'm going to probably do a debug thing to find that one out. For the time being, though, I'm fucking just jovial. I know I've said it a lot. Because I am. Like, I don't know. It's just really nice being getting a lot of stuff done today. I kind of took like a couple day break because, you know, the holidays, and before that I also took like a week break because of my fucking like headache thing that was going on. I don't know what that was about. But being back into it feels nice, man. Got this done, got the logbook itself done. I'm fucking pumped. Next time, I was about to say tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Probably will. With the success of today, gonna ride that. Got some more stuff to do. Probably cleanse might work on. Definitely off stream. I already said this. I'm gonna make the fucking images for feeble shot and flamethrower. But for now, yeah, I am gonna fucking go because it is almost 11 p.m. So yeah. See you guys tomorrow. It's not actually almost 11 p.m. It's like 10:37. That's close enough to 11 p.m. Anyway, see you guys later, be it in the past, present, or future.